TPC and Toy Daddies. TPC and Toy Daddies.
Toy Daddies unite, let's celebrate. Top 10 photos that make us elevate. Through the camera's eye, see the stories told. Loving toys forever, young hearts bold. Bold, bold.
What's going on?
What's up?
YouTube, on my end, I don't know if it was my personal house internet or otherwise, but that was awful. So I don't know.
What just happened?
Did it play for you normally? Because it didn't
Yeah.
for me. Oh, okay. All right, good. Well, hello then, everyone. Because on my end, it was stuttering and like not doing stuff. So I was like,
really?
"Oh." But that's
No,
okay as long as it played nicely.
On my side, it was that crisp, clear music that was now part of our branding.
I love that new
with the little like slapsticky, fast, clips of us. I love it. I love it. It's like we're a sitcom.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. Happy freaking Friday.
Happy Friday.
We're so excited.
Precursor to happy holidays.
It is. I'm rocking. Check this bad boy out.
Ooh, nice. You know, I don't have a good nerdy Christmas sweater for some reason.
I'm waiting. So this was from a friend of mine, my friend Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
So I got this a few years ago. This has been a staple of my December at school. And then I now have 4 of them. So I make every Friday like a ugly Christmas sweater.
Nice.
But 2 of them that I bought were a couple years ago. And I just was telling a couple of coworkers about this today who are also like, this one guy loves my Star Wars on. I was like, well, if you're looking for, nerdy Christmas sweaters, GameStop after Christmas is going to drop the price of all of theirs. So there's a Deadpool one that I want. That's where I bought a PlayStation one and a Tom Nook Animal Crossing one. They were like, if they go for 30, like 13. So just keep your eyes out. I'm looking for post Christmas.
Well, if you see
sales.
it, I know you go to GameStop often. I love Disney, Avengers, Marvel, something like that, and
nice.
Hopefully it fits into an extra large. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm not a teenage boy.
Yeah, fair. But yes, that's my plan to add at least the Deadpool one. I want the Deadpool one.
The Deadpool one would be cool. That fits you. Good old Hugpool over here.
Oh yeah. That's my Rivals. Not that I've played a lot of Rivals yet, but now Break's here. Break, I'm going to be annoying about Break. I'm going to be constantly either trying to go live to talk about toys, take toy photos, or play Marvel Rivals with you guys.
Yes.
So that's going to be that's my plan. I will quickly, Chewy, just let people know because we're cross streaming. So depending on where you're watching, thank you so much, obviously, for hanging out with us. The citizens of Yimbonia, those are the channel members over on my channel. Have voted for a toy photography like midweek live. And I know it's not midweek, it's Friday. That was my original plan.
Depends on how you define middle.
Right. I just mean before Sunday. When I say midweek, it's just not my Sunday time slot. Or Monday nights for our time slot. So I was going to do toy photography, and I feel bad that I'm like pulling the rug out. But that's only because the Toy Daddies were available, and we will be joined by Chris shortly. So once it became like, oh, it's not just going to be, me instead of doing a little vertical live, we figured let's just hang out. Let's talk about toys as we always do. It's an extra reason to get together and smile and laugh. And why the hell not? My wife is wrapping presents right now because she was off today. So she's wrapping presents upstairs.
I spent the morning wrapping presents. And I got to say, the funnest little Toy Daddy comment that I got today was how attractive it is watching me rapidly wrap presents with such accuracy in the folds and the tape. I'm just like a machine, like I'm a seasoned elf.
Mine are not. I am terrible.
So you didn't get that comment. You got to work on your corners, Yimbo.
My rapping game is terrible. And my wife also teased me. She's like, "How many of those presents did you buy this year?" And I was like, "I know you've done." I'm like, I didn't want to step on your toes. She knows what she's getting. Like part of this is like anything in life. I just if someone's taking the reins, then I let them take the reins and then I support. She took the reins. I didn't want to step on toes.
I'm with you on that.
So yeah, we have.
Just bring up this one. Clintastic saying gift bags all the way. Absolutely, sir.
That's usually me.
Gift bags. If you're feeling fancy, gift bag with tissue paper. Totally works.
Yeah. I was so bad that my neighbor Dan, the captain 1134, yesterday swung by with his daughters. Our kids were playing in the backyard, but he gave me, because we exchanged presents. And I was like, oh, you beat me too. I'm like, I hadn't even wrapped his yet, but he knew he was getting an odious figure. So I just ran down and grabbed it for him. But I felt terrible. I'm like, you wrapped this box. It was so nice. Oh. So I'm like thinking I gotta surprise him with something else that he can actually unwrap.
Oh, in 1 second, we have a complete trio. Our tripod is now complete.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Eiffel Tower is complete.
Viva la France. How are you, Toy.Father?
I'm great. How about you guys?
Good to see you.
Good,
Excellent.
good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It's snowing here.
It's
Yes,
snowing over
it
here
is.
too in Jersey.
It's coming back.
And I have to, if you could pull up the Diggs Figs, you son of a gun. So in case you guys missed it, this is my holiday sweater. And Diggs said, any droids on that sweater? Droids are welcome in Yimbonia. You know this, Diggs.
I don't
You're the
think
director of tourism.
They just
don't think
the
the
droids
Empire-
are welcome. They just have separate facilities that they're welcome in.
No. Separate is inherently not equal. No.
I mean, they're a necessity to Yimbonia, but honestly, I don't think the Empire treats droids very well at all. So this is actually kind of on brand for Yimbo.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well,
The
there's no
Empire of
droids on.
Yimbonia?
So
How,
it looks like
how nice stormtroopers are to droids.
TIE
Not at all.
fighters. Yeah. All right. Fine. I'm not helping. Thanks,
No,
Diggs.
no. Keep it. Keep going with it, Yimbo. It's fantastic.
Oh
Just
man. Well, let's say hi real quick to the wonderful people hanging out with us. There's Josh Brown. Love you, man. Thank you for being here. And again, yes, we are collectively limping towards the holidays. That's all I was trying to do this week was literally crawl across the finish line. But we did it. We did it. We're there.
Oh
And now
man,
That's right.
I'm like sprinting in, my arms
Yeah.
wide open. I'm like, please, just welcome me.
yeah. I'm
Know me
still.
better, man.
I told Chewy right before. I was just like, it's still like I haven't even had that processing time that like break started because I was immediately.
That you're on
like,
break. Yeah.
toy stuff. Let's do toy stuff now.
Yes. Yes, I totally agree. It hasn't processed.
Like I did not expect you both to be like, yeah, let's go live. I was like, don't they have school or something? Or
No. Wait, I had
No,
two
bunch
purchased
of
hours,
truants
extra
over here.
hours, 2 hours of work day that I got back to do things with my life, and I
Very
am
cool.
choosing to spend one of those hours with two of my best friends. So thank you guys for hanging out with me.
And as always, thank you people in the chat for joining us and appreciating the fact that we only got to say hello to one so far.
Yeah,
Let's
one
go
so but
number
that's okay. Yes, here we go. Jukebox Hero. What's up, man? Clintastic, we got to say hi to. Yeah, how are you, Clint? Thanks for being here, buddy. Across the toy multiverse,
Hey,
what's going on? I love when we get to do random dates, like not even days, but like the time of day.
The daytime stuff.
Yeah, because like, like there's time zones, there's different things. Again, I'm not sure where everybody's from, but it's nice that we'll get other people
That's a
involved
very common
in-
comment. If I do
Yeah.
a lunchtime live and it's noontime, they're like, I get to watch. I'm like, yeah. Oh, I actually didn't realize you were overseas so far out.
Yeah. So either way, across the toy multiverse, thank you for being here right now. Thank you so much. Here's my man, old grumpy nerd. How you doing, buddy boy? Good to see you. Again,
Ooh.
happy holiday season, everybody. Like,
Absolutely.
hey, that's a Christmas miracle. I know you were hoping to get it before the holiday, Josh. So well done. Yay.
Josh, you and I were talking about HasLabs and big items just showing up, not knowing when they'll show. So I got my Ghost today, which is wider than my door. I got the DeLorean yesterday, and the day before was the Ghost Trap and PK. So I am happy, also
Jeez.
very nervous where all this stuff is now going to have
That's
to live.
absolutely ridiculous.
Like the Ghost box is such a different level of collection item that I'm nervous. Like, even if I unbox it, I don't know where I'm gonna put this thing. You can't mount that to your ceiling. It's
Really?
too heavy.
Huh.
So
Well, you got
It'll be
some
interesting.
decisions. Just like Chris and I still have to open up the Josh Brown Sentinel, but that's
Yeah.
that's going to be well. I'm gonna figure this out with you, Chris, because you're gonna be a busy boy this break on vacay.
I don't know if I can, but
Yeah.
I got these.
oh, nice.
Ooh, all right. So yes,
This one I'm excited
in lieu
for.
of photography, we have about 45 minutes, like that we were planning on, going to be tapping out 3:00 our time, ish, around that spot. There's a few, we have some time, but Chris, I don't know if you want to be the one. If we might get to some toy photography, or we'll just open up some toys. So my arrivals today, I came home to 2 gigantic Hasbro Pulse boxes, but it was just one figure in each.
Those are awesome.
But I'm super excited for these, and I feel so dumb still that I originally was like, maybe not black. I have a black suit Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh!
So
I, can't
I
believe you
didn't
did
get
that.
it through this order. It's currently pre-ordered through Big Bad, so who the hell knows when they're gonna get theirs. But Amazon, that's where I'm going. I think with Titania, because I ended up like retroactively again being like, I guess I need her.
That's why always on game days where releases are dropping, I message you guys now.
Yeah, I know.
Like, hey.
And I'm currently it's one of those things. I wasn't sure how I was, but I don't want to make a declaration because obviously
no, let's do it. That's what we do. Go ahead, declare.
Okay, so as toy tubers, like we'll have our things. Obviously, even for me, I'm currently getting called out for both going up in scale from 112.
I mean, look at that. That's beautiful.
I know. It's really just our friend Cody. Too much new toys. He's just been busting my balls, which I deserve.
Cody jumps around all the time.
Well, he's comfortable with that, whereas I've been very much ride or die 112, and then I shrunk briefly for the turtles, which again were great, the Joy Toy turtles. I just realized if I'm gonna break 112, I want to see. I like seeing what Hot Toys gives us, whereas the Joy Toys were a lot of fun to play with. Anyway, I digress. Where was I going with that?
So what do you declare, my dear? What are you doing?
Okay. I had the thought yesterday of doing like a dryuary for figures.
Oh, no figures.
But then, of course, our toy manufacturing friends, that's not exactly what they want to hear. But that's where I'm kind of leaning to, because I want to enjoy the toys. This is something the three of us have talked about, right? Like, Chris, you have so many, I'm sure, that you haven't fully experienced yet. There's just I
have a lot of Mezcos and the Frankenstein.
I have a lot of Mothexes.
All these Jada. I mean, even ones that I've opened, I haven't really enjoyed. I opened up Cammy and she's awesome, but I just haven't
I agree. There. So you're gonna try going through all of January.
But that's the thing. If I make that declaration and there's always that chance that I break it because it's not like a life or death thing. It's
declare it. And also, let's do the 52 again. You want to declare it already? Well, 52 in 2025.
I'm going to tell you right now. I just recently wrapped watching Across the Spider-Verse, and I've been meaning to text you like is anybody getting that new Spot figure? And I haven't ordered it yet. And I want him, but it's like I'm at that place of I shouldn't buy new toys right now until I have enjoyed what I have.
I think you can wait on that one. I'm not getting that one just yet, even though I see the.
I'll get it when it comes out. I will. I know. I'll get that one.
Yeah,
because was for Spider-Verse. We're gonna see it dry up pretty hard in 2025.
Yeah,
and should we even talk about the fact that next one, without anyone saying it, did the last whatever they were working on get scrapped because they're just announcing directors now?
No, they're adding directors. They're not announcing directors. There are a bunch of different directors that have been on the second movie as well, with working with Phil Lord and the other guy. And so I think I think what they're saying is that the scope is so big they need some other directors to be added to it. But it is cause alarm because that means there are other parts of the film that are clearly not done yet.
Yeah, and
no one's still recorded any voice.
They didn't say that the other directors are still involved.
From the article that I read, it said they were adding. They didn't say they were See,
I think they need to be more clear, because especially with the date changing from 2024 March
think,
to
but
2027. That's a whole new movie
you know why they're not being clear.
because they
'Cause
don't know.
They don't know and they don't want to say it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's two camps. Toy.Father, super positive. Look at this smiley guy. They're just
happy.
adding to it. They're gonna make it better. More directors is better. Me, on the other hand, they clearly scrapped it. They're starting over. It's two directors leading the charge now.
I think what was happening was that there was something with the writer strike that no one was communicating, and that really messed up everything. And so
Yeah.
they're still trying to pick up the pieces from that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, it's really difficult for me to accept any of these changes because they called their shot. They're like, what was it, July of 22 or 23? It was like Across the Spider-Verse to call this shot. March of 24, part 2. We're well past March now.
I mean, even like it's gotten to the point where my kids are like frustrated.
Yeah.
They're like, when is this other?
Non-nerds.
They're like, Dad, like we watched Wicked and it was part 1 and it felt like a complete movie. It ended and I was like, oh, there's a part 2. And my kids are like, yeah, like part 2. There's a part 2. That felt like a complete movie, not like that other Spider-Man movie, right, Dad? Are we still waiting for that?
Yeah, well, so at my school, we've like one of my 3 days a week I do this thing. This is new this year. It's really cool. Called an academy. It's like an ungraded passion thing. So this way, kids that need to go to other types of assistance can, or band lessons can do that. So everyone that doesn't have a thing can sign up to do one of these teacher-led passion interests. So I started with photography, and that was a lot of fun. And then I switched over to like a film study. So I ended up picking both Spider-Verse movies because I think that there's so much that you can learn from them, from the cinematography, from the animation, all of the creative choices with the music, the art style, frame rates. There was like so much stuff that went into it. And today we finished Across the Spider-Verse and I was like, and now I'm sorry, but Beyond the Spider-Verse, we're all going to now wait because a lot of kids hadn't seen any of them. So they were like,
Oh,
I was
wow.
like watching them at the end of Across the Spider-Verse today, like, who's gonna react to like the big reveal?
Because yeah, we all got left on such a cliffhanger that felt like they had direction.
Yeah, it was so yeah.
And from years of seeing stuff like this happen, unfortunately it happens quite often with Lord and Miller. It seems like it's going to be a change in direction from what
so
they
who
initially
knows?
intended. And if it was built off of Across the Spider-Verse, I want to see that version. I still want to see the Han Solo film that Lord and Miller put together. I want to see that Batgirl movie that is deleted.
Yeah.
I personally think it's if they go in a different direction, it's because how bad the Spider-Verse movies have done. Not the Spider-Verse, but like Craven, Madam Web.
Oh, those
and then,
other ones, yeah.
And then also the delay of Spider-Man 4. I think all of these things are compounded at Sony with this.
Well, I'm just jumping in real quick because, like, did you see the news that they could have been using Spider-Man in all of these dumb villain spinoffs? It's not that they had to pay more. They could having. They chose not to include because they didn't do it. But that report just came out this week that like actually, yeah, they could have used Spider-Man in all of them, but they just didn't want to either pick a new guy or make it whatever, bring back Andrew or
they always
bring
talk
back
about
Andrew.
That. Yeah,
Why
they
didn't they
talked
do
about Madam Web. That initially was Andrew, and then they're like, no, it's gonna be Tom, which doesn't make sense.
Right.
And then they're like, no, none of them. It's a baby.
Then do Andrew Black costume Spider-Man that is like he comes back from No Way Home and he still has that darkness in him and somehow he gets the costume and then he battles it. It's like perfect, right?
Yeah.
Right there. That's a perfect storyline.
And everything I see, because like, Toby is mine, and I think you guys like at least like from what we grew up in our formative years, like Toby was our guy. Andrew, I've truly fallen in love with since No Way Home. Like, and now like I see the appreciation for the Amazing Spider-Man movies through people's TikToks and just people talking about them, and like I'm seeing so many cool moments because again, he's such a great Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield is an amazing Spider-Man. Like
he's the sexiest, coolest Spider-Man out there. Like really.
I love that. Yeah, we're referring back to that Honest trailer.
Yeah.
This tall, handsome, skateboarding genius of a boy that
Nerd.
everyone hates.
Yeah, no, I
Look
know.
at this
Nerd.
loser on a skateboard.
Well,
I agree with you. I honestly think he embodies a great Peter Parker, like modern day Peter Parker, but also just an amazing Spider-Man too.
Yeah. Well, like the clip I saw, it was from the end of the second one with the Rhino, and there's the little kid, like stepping up to the Rhino in his costume, and we don't know if Andrew's gonna come back because he just lost Gwen, but then he's there, and it's like that was in the discussion of like what makes that like again moments that really are so purely Spider-Man that Andrew just crushed.
Agrees.
We should do a watch along of. I know we said Die Hard.
We're
definitely doing that first, but we need to do No Way Home.
Right. By the way, we need to get back to saying hi.
Yeah,
to
we didn't say hi.
Chat that have been hanging out with us. Cap Lives is here. What's going on, Cap? How you doing, man? What's going on, D Blake? Yeah, hey, it's an early dismissal. There's no such thing as half days. That's just 2 hours. It's not a half.
There's no half day.
Figuring cars, how you doing? Summer break in Brazil. There you go. Very nice.
Cool. Way different than the weather here.
Crazy.
Did you see? Oh, you skipped over. Hold on. Aurelius Delgado. Hello. Thank you for being here. This Friday again.
Aurelius is such a big supporter.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I wanted to go. So there's a couple. Josh Brown. My rap game is tight. Yimbo, do I purposely rap to not help? No, I'm just terrible at it. I rush, and it's not because I want to not do it.
Everyone believes you can do better, Yimbo.
I can do better. I just hate it. It's
you
so
can't
time
fold
consuming.
paper. I believe.
All right. Cap Lives said he got an early gift from James Gunn. Dude,
I want to talk about that.
I turned into one gigantic goosebump.
Yep.
Did you like my comment though in the chat? I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah, I was like, you're a jerk. That was so good.
Only you reacted. Everyone else knew I must have been messing around.
I knew you were messing around.
I didn't want to give
so
it the
good.
time of
I
day.
didn't. Yeah.
It's the holidays, Christopher. Be nice to me.
I'm sorry.
I spent like 20 minutes trying to get that video meme of Peter Griffin going to the bar and being like, you suck, Krypton sucks, and like all like the bar fight ensues.
Oh well, did you actually poo-poo, or because I mean but Superman, where is he in your fandom?
And my only critique, no, I think it looks perfect. I love the color tones. I love the vibes. I even love the costume. I think he looks great as both Clark Kent and Superman. The one thing I didn't appreciate as much as everyone else appreciating, I don't need the other heroes. I still don't. Like, I knew they were going to be in it, but I don't need them to be in this movie.
I know, but you know what? At this point, I'm okay. I agree with totally. Superman can always just get his own movie.
No, I think
this is world building. This is now we get to see this is the tent pole for the James Gunn.
No vision. World building. Start with the one movie.
No, we talked about this on Toy Talk on Wednesday.
Yeah.
James Gunn does a great way of not necessarily doing any world building, but putting his characters in a world already built.
Yeah.
Hold on, folks. Oh, go on. Finish your thought. Sorry.
Never mind. I forgot now. Thanks.
Yeah. Revenge. But we have other people joining us right now on the road. Man on the streets, really. Men on the streets.
What?
Hey.
How's it going, guys?
What's going on, guys?
Is it snowing?
It's bashing Superman. Stop bashing Superman.
It's just Chewy.
Not.
It's just Chewy.
Chewy's bashing it.
Maybe I'm anti-Justice League or GSA.
Oh my God.
No, what I'm saying is like the world's already built. Superman's in it, so it's going to be about Superman, and it'll be great because it will show how Superman is already interacting in this world. That's like with all these heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, where are you coming? Where are you going right now?
We are on our way to go see the tribal chief himself, Mr. Trebsy Websy. We're going to be participating in a little giveaway with him. We're going to be hopping on probably a fire engine, I would assume. doing a little Santa Claus action and giving some gifts
nice.
to kids. So yeah,
That's awesome.
excited.
That's great.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Be a fun
Yay.
Are the roads okay over there?
What's that?
Are the roads okay?
Yeah, roads are fine. Matt's driving.
Okay.
Roads are fine.
Nice.
No.
Don't do that. Scare everyone.
We're fine.
Machu, I finally got my order from that
Yes.
that collectible place.
Diecast,
That's
Customs or wherever.
yeah, wherever it was. It took a while though.
Yeah. Mine came right away.
Yeah, there was a delay in this Indianapolis mail port, so
There is a big holiday.
yeah.
Tell me about them.
Well, that's what Josh was worried about his Ghost of Christmas Past, because I remember seeing the thing it's like that Indianapolis or any of those distribution centers. It's always like a little hairy there when you see that tracking arrive to a distributor. Like, please be quick.
But Josh, you should be fine. That's the Ghost of Christmas Past. That means you should get it after Christmas.
No, he got it today. We're good.
Sure. No. That's canon. That's canon.
Christmas present. So
John, how you doing with Marvel Rivals? Because I still haven't tried to play an official online game yet. I'm too
not great. Galacticus' voice drives me nuts. I can't handle that in the tutorials.
Have you played it?
I just did the tutorials and then I got overwhelmed and said, "F this," and I'm out.
Once you get into a live game, it's a lot easier.
Yeah,
Just-
Chewy took me through it yesterday, so we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, Machu can attest. I'm not the best, but
You don't have to be.
I can easily play as Punisher and just go pew 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 pew.
I don't know.
and hit
According
no
to
one.
Machu, everybody was yelling at you, Chewy, and you couldn't hear anything.
I don't know how to game. I'm still learning. I'm old.
PlayStation for about 3 days. Leave him alone.
Yeah. I was like, are they talking? And I went on. I saw the live after. I was like, they were talking. Where were they talking?
You just need to get a headset. That's what you need to get.
No, I need to go through the settings and.
Oh, and put it through your system.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Plus, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, the controller. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, the controller. Yeah.
So guys, are you hyped for the Superman trailer?
I thought it was good. I was shocked to see Crypto. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Crypto is the most surprising to me. I feel like we knew about. I mean, I'm also just a big Nathan Fillion fan, so seeing him in the Guy Gardner wig was hilarious. But
they went appropriately bowl cut for him. It made me so happy. I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's him. That's his look."
Nathan Fillion is like one of the only actors who can pull that off and be both serious and ridiculous at the same time.
Yeah,
so, yeah, I'm fine with it.
Hawkgirl looked great.
Hawkgirl looks great. The actress who plays Lois Lane, who's also in The Marvelous Miss Maisel, she's gonna crush it.
Yep.
And I think that's gonna be important, especially from what we know.
Oh, we might have lost them.
Sentinels on the road.
There he is. He's back.
Oh, sorry. I don't know how much.
You potatoed.
It looks like you're in a blizzard.
Yeah, it does look like you're in a blizzard. That's what.
Did Matt roll the windows down? Is the snow coming through the car?
Looks dangerous driving through Antarctica.
Fine. How are you?
Is that a balloon back there? You have balloons? What is that?
Yeah, I told you we're going to see some kids and drop presents off.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
So, how about the Zoom though? Woo!
The push in.
Push it.
Oh, is that going to be all night?
Stuff.
What's that?
Is that going to be like not necessarily all night, but I remember when he did it. It seemed like it was a couple hours.
Say it again. Say it again.
Is that event going to be all night?
No, it's a couple hours. So I mean, we'll probably be back. Yeah. I'm hoping it's not all night.
B2S goes full Santa all night.
There's a lot of kids. There's a lot of kids out there. We're gonna be very busy. Very busy.
That's gonna be awesome.
So yeah. So we'll let you guys get back to your stream. We just figured we'd say hi. We'll check
Hell
in.
yeah. Well,
Always
thanks
happy
for
to say hi.
popping in and tell Chubsy
Good
we
to see
all
you
say
guys.
hello.
Well, yeah.
And Josh Brown wants to pass on some Chubsy love as well. And guys, have a great event.
it.
Like it's so good. It's so good. So
And we'll figure
Thank
out
you for
time to
doing
play
that,
Rivals
Josh.
together.
Yeah. We'll see if I can get back in there. All right. Later, boys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
That was fun.
That's cool.
All right, so we need to go back to
The trailer.
couple of our.
Can we just talk about the trailer a little bit more?
Okay.
Yeah, no, because we have some great great comments from people. So Arella said
About
she's
the trailer?
excited about Guy Gardner because he's such a jerk, which is again, he's so good for it. Cap makes a great point. Cap Live says, I think the other heroes are in this movie to show how they've lost their way.
Yeah.
That could be, for sure.
Fantastic's on my side.
Oh, you guys.
About what?
We don't need the other heroes. We can
I
have
don't
it
know.
simply be a Superman tale.
No, but
I
think
think
there's just so much moving in place now.
Yeah, and I think what James Gunn's strength is an ensemble cast. So I
I
think he's
agree
gonna
with that.
I think
agree
he's
with
gonna
that.
do a good job at kind of showing that Superman has friends, that he lives in a world where he wants to help everyone, but they don't appreciate him. And how does he deal with that with the support around him?
Okay. I like the movie you're painting. If it's not that movie, Chris, I'm gonna be a little disappointed.
Hey,
I just don't
hey,
want
the
I just don't
roles
want-
have reversed, Chewie.
I don't want to be stuffed for the sake of stuffed. I mean, it's supposed to launch this thing.
I don't
I
blame
want
you.
to stand
I don't blame
alone,
you.
and when you put these other characters in, it takes the attention away. It makes it. They have to be there for a reason. It has to be a good reason. I love when people say world building, but we've seen what happens when that's not exactly the case. When it doesn't work, it's just there to build off the next one. No, how about we just start with the first one? Let's get off the ground.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a piece to it where I don't that, and I guess that's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily world building. The world has already been built. We're just being introduced to it. And if it was world building, then like, like the Snyderverse, like, oh, at the end there's a end credit scene with Wonder Woman, like, and then it's off to the next one, right? So it would be really cool if like that we'll see how fully formed the Justice League is. That's what I'm really excited for.
Yeah, like these.
Well, that obviously was the Hall of Justice,
the
right?
JSA, right?
Was that JSA? Okay, JSA. Yeah.
Well, typically with Mr. Terrific and Hawk Girl.
Yeah, and
that's more JSA, right?
But yeah,
Guy Gardner. Yeah. What? By the way, no.
And Metamorpho was in it. He was.
But we'll see. Overall, I do trust James Gunn as a director, writer. I like almost everything he's done. So
here's my one piece of criticism, because I don't even know. Like we could speculate about this story. We'll know more once we get like the full trailer. I really like what the heck did I like? Damn it!
It's all right.
Something I was gonna tell you
about the trailer that you had a gripe with.
Oh, Luthor Corp.
Should
have called it LexCorp. Come on,
LexCorp.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's odd. That's odd.
Just because LexCorp, I mean, I know this is like one of those small little. Who knows the reason behind a change like that? But I don't know. LexCorp rolls off the tongue, whereas Luthor Corp is just muddled. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually excited. Like,
but Lex looks great. Awesome.
Yeah, I have a wonder about Lex. I know Nicholas Holt's gonna do awesome. He's gonna do an excellent Luthor. I just think about like the age difference, and this is a really young looking Luthor. I wonder if they're gonna explain that piece, or he's just an ageless Luthor who's like 40.
Well, how about Holt's he's not like a young guy anymore. Like I remember when he was in that zombie movie that was really good.
Zombie movie?
You never saw that one? Where he falls in love, like
Warm Bodies.
He's warm. Thank you.
Oh, I never saw that.
Excellent movie. And then obviously he was Beast in First Class.
Okay, Nicholas Holt is 35.
I was gonna say he's been around the block.
He's ageless.
So if he does 3 of these, it will take him to 45 or so. Yeah.
How old is David Cornsweet?
What, we just playing this game?
Yeah. I want to know.
Who did you just say? David Horn?
Cornsweet? Is that his last name?
Cornsweet.
Isn't that Superman's last?
Cornsweet.
Is that what I just said?
I thought you said corn, space sweat, corn sweat. I'm like, that's a name.
All right, well, we are doing our boomer Google searching. Caplim said if he's inheriting the company, then Luther Corp makes more sense. If he built it
Yes.
himself, then it should be LexCorp. That is a wonderful, and all of a sudden, that
Oh,
not that it was a
that
big,
explains it.
but that makes so much, like, all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, yeah, now I don't care anymore. I have that tiny little piece of logic, and it's boop. But I watched an interview today, just like 3 minutes of a interview with James Gunn, and the thing that he was emphasizing too was like he looks to comic books like every comic book artist has a different take of Metropolis, and he said that that's what he wants with his guiding of the DC universe, that not every movie, kind of like the Snyderverse, is going to have that same sepia filter. Like he wants everyone to have their own, like once someone else takes the reins of a Superman movie, like they can do their thing with it within the context of his canon, but like have their own. So I don't know. It sounds like he's gonna have.
Oh, so that they all.
It
have
won't be
their
so
own vibe.
rigid. Yeah, because that's been an issue. That was the success of the early phases of the Marvel movies. That every movie felt like a different movie, even though it was a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Whereas now they've all kind of fallen into a very similar type of, like, MCU wise.
Have you
I
guys
would actually
watched?
say they weren't so rigid with that as well. Like Guardians had its vibe and space, and so
Yeah.
it kind of dictated what Marvel space should look like. But I feel like they should have stuck with that more for Eternals and stuck with that more for
That's
the
what I'm
Marvels.
saying. It got very, just kind of more broad strokes, like more guidance of like, this is the feel of a Marvel movie, as opposed to this is how this movie should feel for this character.
No, I'm going the
characters,
opposite direction. I think they should have stayed closer to Guardians' tone for.
Oh, you're saying for
aesthetics.
Eternals
and for the Marvels, and they kind of strayed away from that a little bit too much.
I think they were going to at least get back to space for Eternals if they were going to make an Eternals too, because it was the story of them being stranded on Earth. But man, that was a disappointment.
I know.
What did you guys think of? Have you guys seen Creature Commandos?
No, I haven't watched that one yet.
Oh, watch it. It is excellent. It's really excellent. You guys would love it.
Is that a James Gunn movie?
It's a James Gunn. It's a DCU, or the new DC. Just came out on HBO Max, and it's a cartoon by James Gunn.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll have to check.
It's another like ensemble. Like it's basically Suicide Squad with monsters in the DCU.
Cool. I'm in. Well, should we say hi quickly?
Yeah, I was about to say Rabbit Hammer's in the chat. What's going on, man? Andy, how you doing, buddy?
Wait,
Matt Gray, how you doing? Thank you guys for hanging out with us this afternoon.
KRS1, KJ Smith.
What's up, KJ? Did you see that D Blake is 1 month channel member of the Laserverse?
Oh my goodness. D Black.
Come on, guys. That's our thing.
Oh, Grumpy Nerd got his Mezco Indiana Jones. That is a Christmas present right there.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Wow.
I didn't realize how big of a box that was going to be. You both got that, right?
I have not yet.
Oh,
I did not.
So, real quick tangent, since it's on Indie, my waitlist converted, and it was during the week where my father-in-law passed away, and I got the 3 update email payment things from Mezco, and I just, like, whenever I would see it, I was doing something where I couldn't just be on my phone. It was like me checking email quickly, just peeking at the phone for a second. And by the third, I was just like, I wasn't in a place for, and I just didn't care, so I let it cancel. So it just canceled. But I'm not saying I won't get it.
Oh.
It's just I didn't need it at this. I wasn't really going through like where I was eager for toys at that moment, emotionally.
I get that. Totally.
So I was just like, so I'm seeing all the pictures now. I'm super excited for everybody getting them. He looks amazing. And so everybody that has gotten it in hand has said it has surpassed their hopes in terms of the digital renders.
It's a much bigger
sculpts.
box than I thought it was going to come in.
That's a big chunk of that. I wanted, part of the reason I wanted him was because of the accessories that he came with. I never got that Hasbro one.
How much was that?
The deluxe one? The Hasbro one? Like $40.
No, the other one. The Mezco.
130.
125.
One
Yeah, 125.
30,
130.
really? 125? Wow. Okay.
Did you
Something like
order,
that.
Chris, or no?
No, I love indie. I just don't need a toy of them.
So I have like the SHF. I said this to Chewy not long ago.
Yeah, I heard that
even
was a
leading
great
up.
one.
That SHF is amazing. He's been out of his little takeout tray that I keep my stuff in. He just lives there. He's in the shirtless look. Like I really, and I haven't explored that.
Chewy
figure.
has them too, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We both really like him, but we haven't done enough to enjoy that one. So I want to enjoy that before jumping into the next one.
I think that's a smart move.
I'm trying to be like somewhat fiscally responsible because
I'm feeling this energy. I don't know about a Dryuary.
I know. Well, that's what I mean. That's why I don't want to
pre-orders
say.
are gonna dip, and it won't be so dry. It'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna avoid alcohol, but I already paid for this bottle of wine, and it's gonna arrive on January 10th. And
Well,
I got
that's
another
different.
one on January 20th.
Yeah. Like I think I think the piece of it as going into the new year, as we did our like final top 5 figures, the one thing that I thought, and I know Chewy had mentioned this too, was that a goal, and we say this every year, but I do feel like slowing down on our purchases is going to help us enjoy the figures that we have. I do feel like I'm going to be slowing down on purchases. I feel like a lot of people are feeling the figure fatigue. It's real.
I think so too, because we're seeing so many people sell their toys now.
So many.
Like I want to sell my toys, but sadly,
No, yeah.
Posts.
Yeah, you won't get the bang for your buck like you used to.
I'm not even looking for the bang. I'm just
It's for us. It's space. Cody was teasing me about like the hot toys, like my jumping scales, and he's like, of course, like a guy that has talked about his space issues goes to a larger scale. But like, I'm content with my 3 hot toys. Like, I'm not constantly looking at Sideshow and driving myself crazy that I need more and more. Like,
he's in the room, Yimbo. He's in the room. He drives himself crazy. He's ordered 2 Batmans.
I've been thinking of getting this Batman Returns hot toy. Like,
yeah,
I should order it right now.
Yeah, just order it.
No, because that would be the 3rd one you have coming.
Third time.
No, I only ordered it once. I ordered it once, guys. I just ordered it once, but I almost ordered a second time on Monday. But no, and I think I definitely agree with you. I think, like, again, space is always an issue. I've done an okay job in the past month, like getting rid of some figs. In fact, Yimbo, you know this feeling. Today, like miraculously, I've had like a bunch of things that have been on for like a month, 2 months, and I had like 5 sales today, just out of the blue.
I'm hoping
what
that happens to
happened?
me. I got one. I sold a wrestling toy. I was like, oh,
Today?
right. Yeah, like just popped up like, oh, fine. But like that's been up there for 2 months. At least.
Like so random. I'm like, what?
Because eBay is another, like once they turned into, they also are a social, like they try to have their algorithm and paying for promotion, and it's another algorithm to understand. It's like, it's insane. So,
well, that, and I guess I always think like it takes a specific buyer to buy whatever you're posting, and that day and time, like you're like, all right, I want this figure that I haven't seen in a long time, very specific, buy right now. I see it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Well, that's good. I'm glad you got some. I'm hoping that one leads to a few more sales. I gotta post a bunch of new toys because again, it's not. It's
you're on vacation.
There's stuff that we love now. Like there's so much, and that's like if something's been in a box. I did want it at one point, but now like that space has taken the premium for like my current needs. So.
Got it.
But yeah,
that Deadpool
for
is,
us,
man.
Chris. You know what's gonna be nice though, and that's for the 3 of us. And again, like we're still gonna have new toys come in. We're still gonna be unboxing stuff and all that other fun stuff. It's just not the volume. I think we're like, again, that's because this isn't what we do full time. We would love it, but this is not. So like. When they stack up, it gets a little frustrating because you're like, you want to enjoy them, you want to, talk about them, take pictures of them. So yeah, it's just the time and
But it's easy for me to say when 3 days in a row I get basically a HasLab delivered to my door.
Also,
it's like I'm
like,
out.
Honestly,
I'm out.
Have you shown any of that stuff? Like, my goodness, like what a.
I posted a picture of the box that's blocking my door. I don't know
Right
what to do
now?
with the ghost.
It won't, like, you can't put it in there.
No, like I it was delivered and I brought it into the house and I just plopped it in front of my door, but it's wider than my door frame. It goes up to the doorknob. And so now it's in my closet, but I haven't opened it yet because I don't know where I'm gonna put it once I assemble the ghost.
I'm like sweating now thinking about how big the ghost is and then how big the cat lair is.
Because it's bigger than your cat lair is way bigger than, not way bigger, but it's bigger than
It's
the
big.
ghost.
Ghost is pretty big, but you're right. The cat lair is bigger. And I'm like,
Mine arrived in one box.
yeah.
Yours has arrived in two.
Well, you can some would argue that the second box is probably the accessories.
It goes in the lair, you know, it's
That goes
very
in
well
it. It's not
organized.
part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, guys, for both of you, Matt Gray just said it's too chewy, but it could be you guys are in the same ballpark. But he was just saying, I think you guys may live in the same area as me. My buddy owns a shop in Easton, and that has some amazing stuff, and I get store credit with the trades.
Oh, it's not the Emporium.
How come I can't show this?
Is that what through? There we go.
I think mine's frozen for some reason on my side.
Got it. It's
Okay.
the Matt Gray. Are you talking about the Emporium or whatever it is?
Retro Emporium.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And Josh Brown was saying, I'm terrified of the PKE and the Ghost times 2 coming in, and then the cat lair in January.
The two ghosts. Oh, Josh, your poor FedEx driver rolling up of two ghosts.
Imagine if you had two of those, Chewy, stacked up against your door.
You know, I did think about that. You know, like how some people like buy two and then, you know, try to flip one. But I never understand shipping. Like, how do you ship
shipping
through eBay? Like,
a
hey,
monster.
Here you go. You pay for shipping.
$200 shipping. Yeah.
Well, so more of these points. Old Grumpy Nerd was saying that I'm selling some here and there, and it looks like there's no interest at all. And my figs are new. So one good point. So first of all,
hold on. He got a cat lair too. He got two ghosts and a cat lair.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Josh is just sweetest guy. He has such a cool space for his collectibles, though.
Mm-hmm.
He does.
It's like
it's amazing.
And he gets it too. Sometimes you gotta rotate the stuff. Like when there's something new, it takes precedence.
That's right. I see it sitting on the background right there. 2 sentinels equals a ghost.
Right. But I was gonna tell Old Grumpy Nerd that. So on one hand, in my past 5 years of doing this, November can be really good for eBay sales, but can also be a tougher time because people are spending money on, buying presents. So it's either a great time because if you have stuff listed that people want for presents, great. But here's the other good part. So if it's been slow for you, if you throw stuff up post Christmas, usually, because then people have gift cards and things like that. So I usually have if the Christmas pre-sales aren't great, post usually will also pick up.
Yeah, I mean, just do it now, and then you cover that span.
Yeah.
I'll need you both to help me.
Pinsapix is in the house. What's up? He's at 2025 is a year for less figure purchases and more Dio purchases that I could shoot more of my older figures with a fresh take.
Okay.
I mean, that's where I went.
Good
goal. My whole mindset into going into Legion's Con was looking at accessories and Dio pieces. I always want Dios. Like I think of Johnny Banana's garage and how he has shelves of all the foam pieces
Dio that he has,
like stored on the shelf. I that's ultimately what I would love to have, like a storage shelf of various.
He has a really cool like woods area that like it's nice and curved. It's one of those things I've always wanted.
I know.
But yeah, absolutely agree. Dials are great. I say that, and my space is kind of maxed out on dials right now.
Well, I know, and that's literally. It's just I did this to myself. I maxed out my space that as a family we've allotted for my toys. It's maxed. So I've been doing a good job shuffling and moving things to buy myself more space. But I just have to be really smart about bringing stuff in currently. And that's fine. And then this is the other big point I want to make for everybody. We are the toy photography Toy Daddies. Like this gives us a chance to keep practicing our craft with all of you. Again, that was an initial plan for today, but we're going to really keep figuring out the best way to do. I mean, although you guys have done a great job with the lives before showing Chris's stuff, so I just need a better setup.
Yeah,
I wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily prepared. I still have my setup from our last time, and I kind of wanted to finish a photo, but
Yeah, dude,
next
that's
time
me
we'll do
back
it.
here. I still haven't like officially photographed my old setup.
But we'll get there.
I
I
have
mean,
nothing set up.
I'm just saying for 2025, you can that'll be something out of us. Of course, we'll have new toys to talk about, but more photography based. I want to keep learning about the different techniques and composition. There's so much stuff. There's so many compositional methods.
I
and
love it when people are in the chat and they give their suggestions. That's
yeah, that's what
That-
makes the photos so much better.
it's really cool.
By the
Just
way,
some grabs that I got at Target that
Oh.
I know we're like trying to like save space, but I had to grab these like 3/4 inch like Spider-Man, Venom, and
Those are
black
cool.
suits. Like
Ah,
I'm a sucker for this size
I
in
know.
terms of like Marvel characters.
Cool, because like those are the ones I want my kids to play with. Like
Mhm.
my son just found his Hulk, the little guy, the little retro Hulk.
That's a great one.
But those are cool purchases. I have those Batman, the Spin Master 4-inch one, the Batman and
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
never open them though because what am I doing with these little guys? But those are so cool. Oh, I didn't know
Old
those were out.
Grumpy, just to jump in there, just so I can say it to you, to him, he started his Cosmic Mythic Legions collection. Those are some of the figures I think both Yimbo and I are trying to move on from. So maybe we'll be in touch if you're looking for anything specific.
It's not. It's it's now we know what we like, the type of characters we like, the looks of.
I'm not selling
Oh
all
yeah,
of them,
yeah,
but
yeah.
at this point I have 30 to 40 of them.
Yeah.
And I'm, as you said, just moving on.
Yeah, and it's not the only. There are just certain things. There's certain stuff that like I am gonna take more of an inquisitive look at before I just jump in like I've always done.
Yep, exactly. That's all it is. We like what we like, and our interests are evolving, and just kind of want to focus a bit more.
But speaking of Trevor, Sir Trevor's in the chat. Hi, Trev. How you doing,
Hey,
Sir
buddy.
Trevor?
What's up, Trevor?
Beautiful son of a gun.
I'm sorry, and you're welcome.
That's
Should be his T-shirt, like when he goes
that
to
is
Legion's
a T-shirt,
Con.
Trev. Yeah, that should be your T-shirt.
That should be. It could be in like an old English Gothic type style font.
He also made some good points, Trevor. If you take a look over with the movies, where he'd rather see a more Adams-inspired Batman in this universe.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I think Battinson is going to just exist on his own, which is
I think so.
fine.
Yeah, he is. They've said that.
Yeah, like I said,
They've said that.
My English class once this year. I was like, okay, like I know we're reading this novel because like sometimes kids would be like, but I don't want to read a book. No, like we're reading this class novel. And then you can have an independent reading book, something else. Like your brain can handle multiple storylines. I was always like, do you watch multiple shows in a week? Yeah, okay. So like we're adults. Our brains can handle like that Batman is just the Batman. I'm fine with that.
What I heard was that the Gunn universe Batman is going to be more spectacular, like less grounded a little bit, and just like more adventure oriented.
Brave and bold.
Hopefully, yeah, brave and bold, exactly.
Yeah. I'm okay
Just
with
gave
that.
Trevor heart palpitations. No, I think Trevor's got it.
No, he's good. We again, we love our stuff. It's
Colorado dude would buy that T-shirt.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you, Trev, do it.
Mm-hmm.
The collection next is in the house. Toy talk while working. This is nice. That's what we love to hear. That's what we get so excited for these like differently scheduled lives we get to do.
I just love how we began this with like, we're gonna be out at 3. Let's get started with the chat, and we just ended with the chat.
Yes, right at 3 o'clock. We all
right at 3 o'clock,
and we skipped a bunch of things in here. I think unboxing art was in here. What's going on?
Oh, was
Andy Obusic, what's going on?
Yeah.
Jukebox Hero got a DSLR camera. That's amazing.
Oh, nice.
Congrats. Awesome.
Chamberlain Parks just popped up. What's going on?
What's up,
How you doing,
Chamberlain?
man?
Very cool.
Oh man, yeah, that is funny because now it is just coming up on 3 o'clock.
I
So
do
we might have to
jump
change the
myself.
title for this video to be more
Yeah.
of like movie trailer discussions.
Movie trailer discussions.
All
like,
it said was it's Friday, Toy Daddy's winter break.
Perfect.
we
Actually,
should-
that's the best
nothing.
one. All right.
yeah, we
Well,
should
I'm gonna
call.
have to
We should,
change
yeah,
my-
we should just call it like the Toy Daddy's
Ooh,
call. Or
He's got to make a
Toy
t-shirt.
Daddy's-
Good job.
Do you know what? It's so funny. So Trev, so Trevor, his calendar that I should have bought another one, because I went lunchbox. I you know what, I'm gonna have to, because my student today, she's been like moving a magnet for each day of the week. She gets so excited to see the next Trevor picture for his calendar from
nice.
last year's Legion's Con. So she actually got sad. I was like, oh, I went lunchbox instead of new calendar.
Oh,
It's like she got really. She's like, oh. So Trev, I told you I hype you up all the time, man. All my friends, and yeah, but I let down an 8th grader because I didn't have the next 1/6 shooter calendar. So I'll be in touch, Trev.
I can't wait to start that.
All right, guys. I do have to jump. You guys can
Yeah.
continue on. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Have a good rest of your Friday.
See you, Chew.
All right,
Bye.
see you, Chewy. Take it easy.
And then yeah, so Chris, I gotta wrap things up as well. So Chew, we're getting out of here.
Yeah, we're getting
look
outta
at
here,
you
too.
boomerang right now.
No, 3:00. Yeah, 3:00 was. Oh, okay. Bye.
But yes, this is gonna be great. So Chris, I know we have at least coming down the pipeline. Maybe not this particular week, but we both wanted to crack open Mezco Robin and enjoy this together. Maybe we could.
Yes.
That could be a future thing that we got to do. We got to do
They're
our Sentinel.
Sentinels.
And then these were supposed to be the unboxings on my end, but that'll be something for Sunday.
I ended up opening Cutman, and I love.
You did get something open. There you go. He looks awesome.
He does look awesome.
Well, so yes.
I can't wait. We'll figure something out. I don't know. It is. You know, these vacations happen, and we have these grandiose ideas to like, yeah, we're gonna do that on Toy Daddies. We're gonna do this on Toy Daddies, and then we book a trip, and then all of my days that I was supposed to be able to be free are not. So, but we'll figure something out. Definitely.
Yeah. No matter what, we have Monday coming up as our own little TPC top 10, Christmas spectacular, whatever that's gonna look like. So that'll be something.
Let's talk about that, and then in the chat, and then maybe I'll like set up a photo, and we can do something like that while we're talking about toys. And like
you know what, a Christmas theme like that makes actually a lot. That would give me a reason to again take out my Figura Obscura Santa, and then do a little thing. Because I have my second character. Because when you guys are running this, and again, Chewy and I were talking about how we have to do a better job in 2025. But see, like I could switch my character. You can't see me, but at least you can see if I set up something over here. So a little Santa themed one.
Great idea.
Is definitely doable for both of us, I think, with our spaces, because nice and contained.
Great idea. Then I can swap out Dios.
Nice, yeah.
Awesome.
And then Sunday night, obviously, I'll be back, and Chris will have the link, just like the Sentinels and Chewy as well, and maybe Cody. Who knows? But that's Sunday night.
I can't wait for your Sunday night. But as a Toy Daddy responsibility, I booked a little overnight trip with the missus.
Oh, very nice.
And we're just going to be away for one night, but I will be there in spirit, and maybe I'll be in the chat.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. And then what else do we have going? Anything in the short term? No. I think that's the next thing.
It's just so nice to see you so relaxed. I'm so relaxed. It's so happy. I'm so happy to be on.
Over the course of this 59 minutes, I've felt the stress like Thanos snapped it away, and
it just like
dusting off of me. So Seth, sorry we're not going to be hanging out too much longer, buddy, but thank you for being here. Of course, you guys can check out the replay, and again, thank you all for sticking out and hanging out with us and talking movie trailers, because there's a lot of cool stuff happening in our fandoms, and there's going to be cool toys I'm sure we're going to get to play with about these movies one day.
Yes,
one day down the road.
And that's pretty much. Hold on, I'm trying to say. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much it. But before we go, How much snow have you gotten?
TPC and Toy Daddies. TPC and Toy Daddies.
Toy Daddies unite, let's celebrate. Top 10 photos that make us salivate. Through the camera's eye, see the stories told. Loving toys forever, young hearts bold. Bold, bold.